Hey everybody, welcome to Chris and Scott's music spot again. We got to redo our video from yesterday, but not today because something happened. It's weird. So we were going to talk. I was goofing around on the internet and I found a top 10 list. The top 10 songs of the, I think it was rock songs of the century so far. So I sent it to Scott, and we're going to go ahead and say why we agree or don't agree, and all that good stuff. So the first, or the 10th song on this list was Queens of the Stone Age. No One Knows. What do you think about that song, Scott?
You know, I like that song. I think it's, let's see, 2002 that came out. I like it. It's a good song. It gives the bass player, Nick Oliveri, his moment, his career moment in the spotlight.
Was that really 2002?
That's what I have here, yeah.
Holy crap, I didn't realize it was that long ago.
I know. Well, I mean, we were playing in the band 2003, 2004.
That came out when we were in the band? Really? Jeez.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, that song...
It sucks getting old.
It does. I didn't like that song when it first came out, but re-listening to it, I kind of dig it. It's got a little groove to it.
It's different. And that
had Dave Grohl playing drums on it, didn't it?
I don't think so.
I know he played.
I think Queens of the Stone Age have their own drummer. So
I thought he might have just played on that one song.
Yeah, maybe he did, but I'd never heard that.
Okay.
But I do know that the bass line makes the song.
Yes.
I saw him do it on Letterman.
Okay.
And they were awesome live. They were awesome. You know, not really my kind of thing, but it was cool for what was on the radio. It was like definitely really heavy compared to what was popular at that time. It almost looks like most of these songs came from like right around that time too. Like
it does,
early 2000.
Yeah, there's nothing really
or early to
well,
it's like between 2000 and 2007.
Yeah,
maybe
there's one or two on here that are different, but for newer than that. But yeah, it's all pretty early stuff. I guess nobody likes new stuff. I guess.
So I also try these two guys also, and I don't even know how to say the name of this band. Kyuss, K-Y-U, Kyuss.
I've heard of that band, but I also cannot tell you how to say that.
So him and another tough one to say, I think you say it, Josh Homme.
Okay.
Homme. Josh.
Yeah, I've heard of that one. Don't know how to say that one either, but yeah, I've heard of it.
So he's the front man and the guitar player, singer, and he and the bass player came from Kyuss. I'm gonna go with Kyuss.
Sure. Correct us if we're wrong.
But yeah. Maybe someone will comment.
Maybe that'd be awesome.
If we're wouldn't it be someone besides me?
Someone will say something eventually.
All right, you ready to move on?
Yes. Let's
All right.
let's see.
Excellent.
Number 9, Blood Brothers from Iron Maiden. I'd never heard this till we found the list, and I wasn't digging it at all until the chorus, and then it caught me. I loved it.
You know, I took some notes.
Okay.
It's the
awesome.
weirdest, it's the strangest Iron Maiden song I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Like you can hear the bass in it, but it doesn't really sound. It's got the Steve Harris sound, but he doesn't play Steve Harris parts per se. Like he's not galloping or anything in this song. And it's like the chorus was like a two chord chorus.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't like it at first, but then once it kicked in, I dug it.
It wasn't bad. To me, it sounds like Iron Maiden was like trying to go commercial without going all the way. Like, and this is another thing that that seems common through this list is that it seems like most of it was definitely tailored or produced to the sound of that time. So a lot of this music sounds dated to me, whereas a lot of other shit you listen to stands the test of time. These songs we're gonna forget mostly about. This is one of them.
There's a couple on here you'll see that I don't think we'll forget about, but some of these are
correct. Same.
These aren't going to be. I wish I could remember who made this list because I picked this one because it's a little controversial.
It's a little out there, yeah.
Well, with the
it's not exactly what I would have picked.
saying that these are the songs of the century so far. Now, what was that? 9, 8. Cochise, Audioslave. Love the riff in this song.
Yeah.
Awesome riff.
It's all right. I like when I saw this, I thought it was one of the other Audioslave tunes.
Yeah.
Until I listened to it. And then I was like, oh, that's not the one that I like the riff in. Like, it's good. It's all right. But it's not like the other one I'm thinking of, and I don't know titles, but it's got a great riff.
Yeah.
It's like a heavy, but this one, yeah, it's all right. You know, let's see, what do I got here? To me, it sounds the most like Rage Against the Machine.
Yes.
Of mostly any of the Audioslave songs that I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'll agree with that 100%.
And yeah, well, it's not my favorite Audioslave song either. It's not terrible.
No,
it's all right, you know.
I like the riff. Chris Cornell brings it like he always does.
Yes. That he's who made Audioslave, I think.
Well, I mean, Chris Cornell. Come on,
it's man. Rage Against Machine, you know,
with Chris Cornell.
Rage Against Machine with Chris Cornell and not Zach.
Yeah, and he tears it up.
Yeah,
Great singer,
for
one
sure.
of the best ever. R.I.P.
He's got some pipes. Yeah,
He
it's
does.
too bad.
Well, not anymore, but yeah, he did.
He did.
Now the next song. What was that? 8, 7, not 10, not 8, 7. Slither,
We're on number
Velvet
7.
Revolver. This song, it's basically Guns N' Roses without Axl. That's Scott Weiland.
Which is funny, because we just talked about Rage Against the Machine without Zach De La Rocha.
Yeah, that's
with Chris
what
Cornell.
they were. Yeah,
Now we're on the next super group, quote unquote.
This song, I don't know. I like the riff that Slash had in this. I never was really a huge fan of Velvet Revolver. I think that I don't know. It's not bad. It's just missing something. I don't know.
Yeah. For me, this is one of the Velvet Revolver songs that sounds the most like STP.
Yeah, it does. It definitely sounds like STP.
It's almost like I went back and listened to it, and then I had to check who's in Velvet Revolver again, and then I was like, holy shit, that's Guns N' Roses.
Yeah,
with Weiland.
It's basically the Use Your Illusion lineup of Guns N' Roses with Scott Weiland.
Yes.
And
this one works. I'm not a big fan of this song.
Yeah, I mean it's all right. It's not
I really liked. I would replace this song if it had to be a Velvet Revolver song. I'd put Fall to Pieces on here.
That's a good one
instead of this, because that I think is just a much better song all the way around.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's Slither. It's okay. It's not.
It's not memorable, dude. I listened to it and I went, oh yeah, I remember that. And then I don't know how many weeks have gone by since you gave me this list, but maybe a couple.
3.
Yeah. And I had to go back and yesterday listen to it again, listen to the chorus. And I can't hear it right now still, but I can hear Fall to Pieces.
Yeah, the only thing I ever remember
about that.
The only thing I ever remember about this song is that one, the main riff. That's it. I don't remember anything else.
Right.
And now,
same. The main, like the verse riff.
Yeah. I don't know. Guys and Guns, love you. Could have done better. Sorry.
Yeah, they were making money though. Hey, you know.
Rush, Caravan.
I peer out at the passing shadows, carried through the night into the city, where a young man has a chance to make and good, a chance to break from the past. The caravan thunders onward, stars winking through the canvas.
Number 6.
Yeah, I don't like any Rush songs, but this one, I dug it.
I don't like any Rush songs, but this one's like a fucking needle in a haystack. Like I don't know this song. I've never remember hearing this song.
No, I never heard it before.
Make any sense for me at all. I don't know what album it's from. I do think it's their last album.
I would assume it was, since it was this century.
which is
21st
crazy.
century. Yeah, I didn't. Now, when I said I don't like Rush songs, I'm not taking away from Rush. All excellent musicians. I just don't like the way that they make songs.
Makes sense. Hey, to me, this was it doesn't sound like old Rush at all either.
No, it doesn't.
It sounds like old guy Rush, not young guy Rush. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't.
But,
I like it. I don't know. I like this song for some reason. Something in it.
It was clearly produced to sound like the music of its time. That was another one on this that was like, oh, they were trying to sound like it was from 2006 or whenever it. When did it come out?
That's what I was
I didn't write it down. I was gonna say 06, but I don't know. Not my favorite. I don't remember. I'd have to re-listen to it again already to hear what it sounds like. It seems to have come
off a band or an album called Clockwork Angels.
Yeah, I've heard of that one, but I couldn't tell you any other song stuff.
No, I like this song, but I probably wouldn't like any other ones because I don't know. Maybe I would. I just don't like Rush. Shoot me.
And I don't even know why the hell you like this song.
I don't know. Something about it, dude. I like.
Did you bump your head on something?
Sometimes I like bad music.
Hey, well, here we go.
Coming in next.
Oh.
Seven Nation Army.
Here's
White Stripes.
That's a good one.
And a message coming from my eyes says, leave it
One.
Go ahead,
man.
You go ahead. This song?
Yeah, tell me.
It's catchy.
Tell me your thoughts.
On
yes, it is.
Seven Nation Army. It's catchy.
That's understatement.
Jack White has a good way of writing catchy stuff. I'm not
catchy riffs.
Yeah. See, I want to say I'm not a fan of the song, but I never turn it off when it's on. So,
right.
And I don't know, man. I don't know about this song. I wouldn't put it on, but I wouldn't turn it on and be like, oh, I gotta listen to the song, but I wouldn't turn it off either. So.
Well, one thing I notice about it is it's everywhere, dude.
It is.
Any sporting event, every sporting event.
Well, it's got that constant kick drum going.
And that riff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost stupid. It's like a stupid riff. Like it's so obvious. It's one of those. It's so obvious that it's catchy because it's like, I don't know. It's a very basic riff. Clearly,
it's so simple that it works.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's
the
like
whole song.
Yes, it's so stupid that it's brilliant.
Yeah, that's kind of what he does, I guess.
I don't know how else to put it either. It's one of those.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you're thinking like, I know I've played that when I was just starting out.
Oh, absolutely. A million times.
Up with that riff.
A million times.
Within the first 6 months of you ever touching a guitar, you played this riff.
Yeah.
Well, you just didn't record it, that's all. And copyright it, trademark it, or whatever.
He is always mentioned on the greatest guitarist lists. Agree or disagree?
I don't agree.
Me neither. I don't agree at all.
He's got his own style.
Yeah,
but they come from very obvious sources. I mean,
he was in.
I can hear Jimmy Page in his playing.
Really?
For sure.
He was in that movie. What was that movie with him and Jimmy Page and The Edge? This might get loud.
The Edge. Yes, that's what it was.
I saw that, and he seemed clearly outmatched by Jimmy Page and The Edge.
For sure. I agree.
Maybe I'm reading his body language wrong.
They had him making some primal instrument or something on the...
It was like some nails and a pickup and a 2x4.
Yes.
I mean, it sounded cool what he did, but...
They had Jimmy and The Edge playing shit. But they had Jack White building something. They were you're even not that good. So
when they were in that jam session, to me, it seemed like he was lost.
Yes,
but
because he was.
Maybe I'm reading it wrong.
That's funny as shit.
Not taking away from the guy's songwriting, he can write catchy stuff.
As witnessed by this riff, catchy, stupid riffs. That just work somehow.
And they stick
and then,
with
I've heard people rip them off, too. Like the Black Keys. Sometimes I don't know if I'm listening to them or the White Stripes.
Keys, man. What?
They're good, but they sound like the White Stripes to me. Sometimes. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying it's derivative of. All right, let's move on. Enough trashing that.
Let's trash some more stuff.
Exactly.
Foo Fighters.
Number 4.
Foo Fighters, Best of You.
My head is giving me life or death, but I can't choose. I swear I'll never be there. I refuse. Is someone getting the best of you? Is someone getting the best of you? Has someone taken your pain? It's real. The pain you feel, you trust, you must confess.
Now, Foo Fighters, every song sounds the same for the Foo Fighters to me.
Polished
every single song.
Pop rock. Polished pop rock.
You guys, anybody that's seen this knows, love Nirvana. Sorry, Scott. Dave Grohl, awesome guy. His biography thing that he did, it's I forget what it's called, but he seems like the coolest, most down-to-earth, awesome family guy on the earth. Dude promised his daughters that he would be there for their first school dance, each one of them. He was there for the older one. The second one, he was in Australia on tour when it came up. He rescheduled an entire show, flew back from Australia, went to the dance that night, flew back to Australia with food poisoning just to go to a dance with his daughter.
That's what you do when you're a good dad.
Awesome guy. Don't like his music. Sorry, Dave Grohl.
So, to me, it's not that I don't like his music. It's definitely not my style, not my thing, because it's polished pop rock. It's for the masses. It's like it's like back in the mid to late 70s, they called all these bands arena rock, like Foreigner and Styx and Journey, but some of those bands were pretty fucking good, you know. But they played corporate pop rock, and that
weird to me.
Is what Foo Fighters reminds me of.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's almost like a sellout.
His background isn't that really.
No, I know. His
He was like straight
background is
punk.
like, yes, he's from Springfield, Virginia.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I think
he was
still might
a
have a house
DC
there.
punk.
Yeah,
He's
he
probably
talks about
followed Fugazi and all those
He
guys.
did. Everybody that was
Uh-huh.
in the DC scene, he was all about, and he was going to shows, and he went on tour with. He got a gig with one of his favorite bands. Went all around the country, and when they broke
Was
up,
it like Bad Brains or something?
no, it wasn't Bad Brains. It was a band I'd never heard of.
Okay, but he was into those
Yeah, he
types
was
of
in
bands.
the whole DC punk scene. He was into, and he was going to clubs since he was like 15. And his
Yes.
first time he played drums he was at some jazz bar with his mom for her birthday, and she signed him up. After the band jammed, they would get together with people from the audience and play with them.
All right.
And his mom said, "I want you to play a song for me for my birthday." So she signed him up, and he went up on stage and played with them for his mom for his birthday. The band he was in was called Scream.
Huh. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he went
Yeah.
around.
He comes from roots that are contrary to kind of where his career went. But his career.
I mean, if you watch the dude hit the drums, you can tell he was all balls out drummer guy. Because, dude, I've never seen anybody hit the drums as hard as that man.
Right.
Hey, he was in Queens of the Stone Age in 2001 and 2.
Okay. He was also in the Eagles of Death Metal.
Dude, this guy's been in so many bands.
And they're all.
He was in Crooked Vultures, Probot.
That's the one I was thinking of. Probot, too, yep.
So many.
But, anyway. And that's all like, it's all like sludge metal. But it's not. Foo Fighters is his money maker.
He wrote that the first album he wrote by himself, played everything.
Yep.
And he just wrote it for him after Kurt died.
And those were, I'm trying to think of those were really recognizable songs.
Oh man, that album was huge when it came out.
And it was, again, not my thing, but I respected that because he did that shit himself.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do that or haven't. I mean, I haven't put the time in, but, Jesus. But then, as his career with the Foo Fighters went on, it just clearly, to me, became about capitalizing on knowing the formula to write a catchy pop song that's going to sell shit tons. Like in being Chevy commercials and Ford commercials and, just all over his music is everywhere.
It is.
And so he's been, I don't know, he's like one of those, like everything he touches turns to green or gold.
Hey man, he's a good guy. He deserves all the
everything
he gets. I don't like it.
He's got the Nirvana royalties, Foo Fighters. He's probably one of the richest.
I think
one of the
Courtney
richest
Love
rock stars in the world.
I think Courtney Love has the Nirvana stuff. There was a big lawsuit about it and all this.
They fought about it, I remember.
Yeah, I don't know if it ever got settled or whatever.
But still, I'm sure Dave Grohl gets paid because Nirvana gets played, Oh,
I'm sure he does, yeah.
He's not a sideman. He was in Nirvana, so he gets at least a third of all that.
Unless Courtney's a total bitch.
Or, well, I'm sure what they did was Kirk probably gets half, and the other two split the other half. Or something like that.
I'm going to have to look into that.
Because Kirk wrote most of the songs. Just a thought. But
Maybe.
Money will make people fight about everything.
It will. Because people are
All
shallow
right,
and
we
idiots.
got to move on.
We do. Sorry. Little tangent. Alter Bridge, Blackbird. What do you think it is? I know what I think of it.
Okay, well, why don't we start with you?
Much like Rush, I think the music, their talent is there. I don't like the songs. Too produced and polished. Now, Miles Kennedy, their singer, is amazing. Great singer. I just don't like it. It's like made for TV crap.
You know what's funny is you and I have the exact same thought about this song. That's where I wrote down. I mean, I have. So it's not my cup of tea, but Miles Kennedy is a phenomenal singer, and
He is.
Mark Tremonti is a great guitar player.
Yes.
But they don't write good songs.
No,
They
I don't
could,
know
I
one
think,
person
but
that likes Alter Bridge.
I
I've
don't
never
either.
heard anybody say, "Oh, let's rock some Alter Bridge."
But
No.
they're everywhere, or they were for a long time, so someone must have wanted to hear it.
Isn't Alter
Old
Bridge
Creed
Creed?
fans? Yeah,
Isn't it
well,
Creed
yeah, the
without
guitar.
Scott Stapp?
I don't think so. Well,
No?
because they
Okay.
got Miles Kennedy, and I
Yeah.
think he plays guitar as well.
He does. And he also played with Slash on Slash's Snake
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yes, great singer.
A phenomenal singer.
Yeah, so I don't know about the rest of the band. I just know Mark Tremonti is from Creed.
Yeah.
And I know Creed had some fanatic people. And then everybody else hated them.
I thought everybody hated him.
Scott Stapp. Everybody hated that guy.
Brian Marshall's the bass player. Scott Phillips on drums.
That might have been Creed.
There you go. Is Alter Bridge just Creed? Let's see. It doesn't really say. And I don't care enough about him to find out.
Exactly. I think we should move on.
Yeah. You guys are great, but the songs suck. Sorry. Now,
Agreed.
number two. AC/DC Rock and Roll Train. Go for it, bud.
Well, it's an AC/DC song, but it's not
Much
a
like all of them.
remarkable one. Yeah, exactly. So it's not a strong song. It's kind of a perversion of what old AC/DC was.
It's AC/DC.
Well, okay, so they took an extreme example of their own formula and like tried their best to make it overly commercial. It's almost like somebody putting a big brick of fool's gold into the middle of the road and watch people fight over it and just not tell anybody that it's fool's gold. You know what I'm saying? Like it's one of those where this song does not stand the test of time, and it will never. Nobody knows this song. No AC/DC fan probably even knows this song. I've never heard it in my life until I listened to this list. So
I mean, I had never heard of it either. So it sounds like every other AC/DC song to me. I like AC/DC.
But
the songs are fun. They're
right.
not overly
They are
complicated.
what they are. not at all.
And it's just fun. It's fun music. Not
they
like
have
80s
cool,
hair fun.
They have cool 2-guitar rhythm. Like at the very beginning of the song, I liked that, where they kind of trade. One of them's playing a chord, and then the other one plays something a little different, and and then it mixes together, just like Back in Black.
Yeah,
they're playing 2 different things there, but it sounds like it sounds because they're playing 2 different things.
Yeah,
and this is much the same until they get to the verse, and then it's just riding that AC/DC wave.
That's what they do, man.
And but again, this is another song that to me was absolutely produced to sound like it came from the time it was recorded, and it does not stand the test of time. Back in Black sounds like a newer song than this.
I don't think it stands the test of time because it sounds just like every other AC/DC song, personally.
Or it's trying to.
Yeah, it's
the chorus isn't memorable. It's not memorable. It's just not.
I've already forgotten the riff and everything. Don't worry,
Same.
I'm gonna be pausing it for all these songs and play you a little bit of them. So you'll hear the turds we're talking about.
Don't waste too much time on some of these.
Don't worry.
Holy shit.
Now, number 1.
That's a good one to talk about.
I don't even want to say it. If Scott remembers, when this song came out, he knows exactly how I feel about this turd.
Well, I mean, because it is what it is, right?
The darkness. I believe in a thing called love.
You every minute, every hour, every day.
Oh yeah, it's a parody, man. That's all it is—a parody of.
I don't even think they're trying to do a parody.
They have to be with that.
This is all their
falsetto.
Everything
voice.
sounds like this from them.
Well, I think, but I think that's the joke. That's why it doesn't bother me so much.
What, like Steel Panther?
Yeah, I think it's like a joke. It's not. Man. Like it's like a gimmick band.
Let's see.
Like they're like a gimmick band.
I cannot stand his voice.
Exactly. And that's what I have too, that his voice is it's atrocious. But he's the guitar player starting at 3 minutes and 3 seconds of this song. There's a nice little guitar riff that he does. He's pretty good. To me, I still think he's trying to parody like the whole rock star thing. And it just seems like a Weird Al moment or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're a Weird Al band. Like they're trying.
I liked his guitar sound. Say one thing positive about it, I guess.
Yes, but you have to know that they're trying to make you laugh. You know.
See, I don't know if they are.
They can't. It has to be tongue in cheek.
I'm trying to find out right now, but I don't know. Apparently, this is a big controversy among people whether they're a joke band or not.
Is it really?
Apparently, yes.
So it's not just us. That's makes me feel better. That's funny.
Maybe it's because it's shitty glam metal.
Well, listen to what how the guy sings. I mean, nobody sings like that on purpose without joking, right?
Because when I first heard this song, I wanted to kick the radio in my car. God damn it, I hate this song.
Yeah, it's like a, but that's why I try to take it with a grain of salt, because it has to be a joke. It can't.
I don't think
they couldn't. They can't. It's not like it can't be like, oh, I'm really proud of my art. Listen to how original my band sounds. I don't know.
I don't think that. I think it's serious personally, but
Really,
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
I'm just thinking nobody could have possibly released that kind of music and done it without it being a joke. I don't know.
Even if it's a joke, it missed.
Are we that stupid?
Yeah, I am.
Well, I mean, is society that stupid? I don't know, man. But yeah, no, it's definitely not something I would go buy or download or go purposely listen to again. Because it's got to be a joke.
It's got to be something, and it's not good. That's what it's not. So we've effectively shit all over that list.